You're listening to those two IM guys podcast. You'll find interviews, reviews, and interesting topics discussed inside with your hosts, Tony Earp and James Kennedy. So, what are you waiting for? Get inside! Hello and welcome to another episode of Those Two IM Guys. I'm James Kennedy. I'm here with my co-host Tony Earp, and we've got our absolute blinder of an episode for you today. We're going to share with you some incredible resources that Tony and I use, and you possibly don't know about it. So we're going to open the curtain and show us the Wizard of Oz. Tony, are you in there?
Hi, James. Hope you're well. Hello to our viewers and listeners. Yeah, as James just said, today, guys, we're going to be sharing some really valuable educational resources with you. Personally, I'm sick of seeing people constantly buying these high-priced training courses, James, from these self-professed gurus. That the majority, don't get me wrong, guys, some of them are worth the money, but the majority are not, James. And I'm sure you've seen that yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. People that have just come into affiliate marketing and they've got a brand new course on how to make money, and they've not actually made a dime themselves. So yes. As I say, it's frustrating because obviously, as you know, you're on a mentor group, I'm on a mentor group, and I talk to my people and say, listen, without a case study of actually what you're promoting out there, you don't have a product. You need to prove that the model works, and if you can't do that, then you're selling fresh air.
Yeah, and here are those two IM guys, James. We're all about education, mate. We constantly educate ourselves on a daily basis. We encourage our viewers and listeners to do exactly the same. But where do they go to get this education? You know,
well, that's the thing, isn't
just
it?
Because we know where these resources are, we don't want to assume, do we, that our audience know where these resources are. So I thought today, to try and save people some time and definitely some money, we would share some super valuable educational resources that are either free or very low cost, James.
Sounds like a plan, Tony. And again, just as you said, assume. You know what that means, don't you? Never assume anything. It makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, and
nothing.
When I say this, James, trust me, whatever you want to learn, whatever the topic, the subject is, there is a free or low-cost option available out there for you. And being absolutely blunt about it, a lot of the time, the reason most people don't find these resources is because they're bloody lazy. That's the reality of it.
Oh, no,
if they did a little bit of research into what they want to educate themselves about, and really looked at these some really valuable resources online and spent the time doing that, they would find some really true golden nuggets.
Yeah.
But obviously today we're going to save them the time and give them some of those golden nuggets out there.
Things have changed, Tony, because I mean, I don't know about you, but I've always been a business opportunity seeker. So I used to get mailers through my door about all sorts of things, like, say for talking sake, police auctions. That was a big thing back in the kind of 80s and 90s. Go on, you can buy yourself a reasonably priced car for $500. It went for, you can buy a new television and for £5 and things like that. Now, years ago, you would have had to have went through Yellow Pages. You would have had to have phoned auction houses. You would have had to have spent a lot of time doing the work. Now, last night, I actually got something about one of those police auctions. All I'd done was copy police auctions, pasted it into Google, press search, and within 4 or 5 ads, then it started coming down to auction houses endorse used by Police Scotland or whatever, something like that. It was just a test, just to prove how easy it is if you do a little bit of research. And again, I'm not like you, Tony. You'll spend a lot of time researching. I do get a little bit lazy, and I value my time. If I'm working on another project, sometimes it's easier for me just to pay for a course, but who's to say that's the right course either? So doing your due diligence is absolutely imperative, you know?
Yeah, and going back to our previous episode about the New Year reality check, when I told you about a course that I found that was free, that filled in my gaps in YouTube advertising. In my YouTube advertising knowledge, because I was looking to run some paid ad campaigns. That free course saved me anywhere between $500 and $2,000, James.
Easily.
And in this episode, we want to save our viewers and listeners some time and money by just sharing with them some really great free or low cost.
Locusts.
That's
a play of locusts.
Yeah, that's another one. Or free or low cost educational platforms out there. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it then, Tony. What's number one?
Right, number one is Coursera. Now, Coursera is basically, it contains courses that are from well-known universities, top universities across the globe, James. Okay, and these courses are free.
Okay, so Tony, I'm going to write these down as well. Okay, so how do we spell that?
Coursera. But as usual, James, I will put all these resources in the recommended resources area of our website in a post. Yeah,
perfect.
So unlike James just did, you don't have to be writing all these down, guys. Just visit our website later on, those2imguys.com. And in the recommended resources section, you will see a post with all these educational resources and the links to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, yeah, I mean, to just explain how good Coursera is, James, it's one of Google's partners in their educational platform.
Right. Okay.
Now, I think it's fair to say that if Google are partnering with Coursera, they think they're a quality company to be.
It's not Mickey Mouse, is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, favorite of mine for very low cost courses, and sometimes you do get free courses. Occasionally I get 100% coupon codes for a lot of the courses for this site, James. So whenever they do come around, and it's usually a couple of times a year, we'll make sure they're on our website for our viewers and listeners as well. Yeah. And it's Udemy. Now,
I feel it was going to be Udemy.
Yeah, Udemy is a great website. I've personally purchased and educated myself on quite a few different topics with courses from Udemy, James. And, it's one of the number one platforms in the world, and that's for a reason. It's not just down to cost. It's because don't confuse low cost with low quality.
And that's something that we often do.
Yeah, we do. We correlate cost to the quality of the product, and it isn't always the case. Most of the time, it's not the case, James.
Yeah.
Trust me, guys. If you're thinking of not using Udemy because it's low cost, you're making a mistake. Go and check it out. Purchase a course in a topic or a subject you want to learn something more about, and trust me, you'll be absolutely amazed and surprised at the quality of the content that you'll receive for very little money. Yeah.
And the nice thing about Udemy as well is they've usually got sample lessons within the actual, when you open up the product, and you get to see the person that's actually the trainer. Because again, and this is something that kind of affects me, my concentration levels are not great. So if the person's got a really irritating voice, I can't buy that course. So if it's a person that you're kind of struggling to listen to for one video, then it's pretty much a dead cert that you're not going to kind of learn much from that person. So find the people that resonate with your voice and read the reviews. I mean, there's testimonials about all these courses.
Yeah, everything you said there, spot on advice. And you're right in what you just said. They do have snippets of the course, little short, maybe one video episode or a snippet of a chapter or something like that. So you can familiarize yourself with the tutor and whether it's delivered in your style before you purchase.
Yeah.
Spot on what you said about the reviews as well. We're not talking about one or two reviews here, guys, with these Udemy courses. We're talking generally thousands of reviews.
Yeah.
Now, what you can have a difference of opinion, James, can't you? Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's entitled to that.
But look at them on a whole.
Yeah. But if someone's got 2,000 to 3,000 reviews and they're on 4.5 or 4.678 stars or whatever, I think that's a pretty good average, don't you?
I would say so.
There's quite a lot of happy people, happy customers that have purchased those particular courses. Yeah.
And there's another thing I want to kind of say about Udemy as well. Udemy is quite simple to use as a platform. Not everybody is money driven. Okay. A lot of the people that are actually on Udemy might be retired people that have got great skills And the reality is they don't want to die and leave those skills go to waste and nobody know what they are or who they were. It's like writing a book. They live on in their education for years to come. So it's sometimes a thing that people do, not for the money, but for actually, for the reciprocity, I believe is the word. I always say it wrong, but kind of the goodness of sharing and obviously helping the greater good. So yeah.
Yeah, reciprocation is what you were talking about, mate. I think
yes, reciprocity is actually
reciprocal.
I got it right.
Very enough.
For a change.
Yeah, but guys, do not dismiss Udemy because it's a low-cost course option. Because you're doing yourself a disservice. Go and check it out. And again, that will be in the recommended resources later for you. Another great learning site, James, believe it or not, is LinkedIn learning courses.
Yeah, you told me about that recently. I've still not checked that out. I'm going to.
Think about what LinkedIn is all about.
Business.
It's all about business professionals, yeah? So all the courses in the LinkedIn, the LinkedIn learning courses, they are all taught by genuine experts, James.
And are they free or paid?
You have a mixture.
Right. Okay.
Our viewers and listeners, they need to go along, check these courses out. Some are free, some are paid.
Okay.
But guys, they're certainly not going to be up the $2,000-$3,000 area where you'll find some of these so-called gurus that are charging. And don't think these courses don't exist out there, James. We can absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
these guru courses out there do cost serious money.
Yeah, and the high ticket courses start kind of usually from $500 anywhere to $15,000-$20,000. Now, that's not necessarily saying that they're not good. In actual fact, I would pretty much, hand in heart, I would say anything that's more than $500 has usually got a lot of value to it, or they could command those type of fees. But do you need to pay $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 to $10,000? I mean, I was speaking to somebody today, and they spent $5,000 on a course a couple of months ago, doing well. They're making money, so but more power to them. It's entirely up to them, but not necessary on every occasion.
Yeah, let's just be clear here that we are not saying for 1 minute that there are not some genuine experts out there that are charging $2,000 plus for their training courses that are not worth that money. Because there are a few, James, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
Again, guys, we say it all the time, you need to do your research and your due diligence because they're very few and far between.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? In my opinion, 99% of those high-ticket courses, if you really do your research and go to some of these resources we're mentioning during this episode, you will save yourself a fortune because the content that you will actually consume will be very, very similar. And in many cases, the free content you're going to consume will be, worth more to you than what you've actually paid for. Yeah,
does happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another great site, and again, another Google partner, James. Skillshare.
Skillshare. I'm very aware of Skillshare.
Yeah. So yourself, it's a quality platform.
Yeah.
You have a big range of courses on there, from graphics to website design, etc. And what I like about Skillshare, it's the same with a lot of these top platforms. You can learn from any device. You don't have to be at your PC or your Mac. Yeah. You can learn from your mobile phone. Everything's in the cloud. You can, learn on a pad. Whatever your preferred device is, you can learn on all the majority of these platforms, guys. Yeah, you don't have to be sat at your desktop. You could be sat having a cup of tea in your armchair late at night, and you just want to go through a few lessons while you've got the time. Yeah. And that's a great benefit, James, I think, with a lot of these top platforms. Yeah?
Well, definitely. I mean, as I say, I've got several products on Teachable and Kajabi as well. Yeah. And I love the fact that I can just lift my mobile phone and wherever I am, if I've got a set of headphones, if I'm in a train or wherever I am, these platforms, you can just open them and do your training You're not bothering anybody. You've got this, and again, mobile phone screens are incredible quality. They're as good as any television you'll ever get. So yeah, amazing.
Yeah, well, it wasn't so long ago that I did a full training course on my mobile phone.
Yeah, done one of those as well.
Over the holiday break. Yeah, over the holiday break, I just literally, it was about a 15 video training course. I watched all 15 videos over a couple of days on my mobile phone.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Again, so I'd actually done one. I think it was
guys that you don't always have to be sat at your PC. You can be sat in your comfy armchair, and instead of watching TV, educate yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I can actually remember. I think it was just as lockdown happened. I actually done a basic training course on affiliate marketing on my mobile phone in my back garden with my top off on a sun lounger and sunglasses on. And it was great actually doing everything, showing people how to kind of do a review video and a launch jack. And it's incredible even being able to create that content from your mobile phone as well.
Yeah, and that just really highlights exactly what we're saying, doesn't it? You know, if you can educate yourself in those circumstances, then nobody's got an excuse, James, have you really?
No.
Pretty much nearly everybody these days has got a smartphone, and they've got that with them at the majority of the time. Yeah. Guys, trust me, instead of spending 5-6 hours watching TV every night, watch TV 4 hours a night, and the other 2 hours educate yourself, even if it's on your mobile phone.
Yeah, and again, I think that kind of sitting in front of a TV just becomes so habitual that obviously it's just hard to break away. But really, see, when you realise how much time you're actually putting as much of a working day in sitting in front of a television like a zombie, throwing crap into your mouth, eating stuff and getting fatter. I know, I do it. I've done it. I'm doing less of it. But yeah, absolutely. Get that.
Yeah. So, yeah. If me and you can learn under those circumstances we just explained, then no, guys, to all our viewers and listeners out there, you've got no excuse, right? So make sure you're following our example, basically. Yeah. Another few great resources, James. I'm going to name all these together because they sort of fit under the same sort of umbrella. Sure. The Open University.
Right.
Stanford University.
What was that one? Sorry. Stanford University.
Yeah. Harvard. We're talking about some of the top universities in the world here, James. Yeah? Yale.
And these have all, are we talking about free courses from Harvard?
Yeah, they have a lot of free educational courses. I'll tell you what they're really good for as well, James. They have a lot of great downloadable resource materials as well.
Okay. I think I'm going to go and get a qualification from Harvard today.
Yeah, all those resources I've just mentioned, all those top world-class universities have free courses, guys, online.
Oh, that's incredible.
UC San Diego as well. They are another one.
Excellent.
University of the People.
University of the People?
Yes, University of the People. That provides various free degree programs, James.
Right, okay.
So if you really want to sort of get letters after your name and pursue a degree, then that's another option for you. So you'll have heard of this one, James, Oxford.
Oxford, yes, I remember it well. I used to race them when I was at Eton. Eton versus Eton Mess.
Yeah, but you get the idea here, guys. Yeah, what I'm trying to explain to you. There is a lot of free training available, educational resources available. We're not just talking about video training or audio training, James. We're talking about physical materials you can download.
That's incredible.
And use in your projects and in your however your whatever subject or topic you want to educate yourself about. Yeah. And I think it's fair to say would you think it's fair to say all those resources are pretty valuable?
I would say so, because if you can get any sort of training coming from out of Oxford or Stanford or Yale or Harvard, then you best believe that those products have got to reflect the quality of those universities, because there will be people that will be downloading these courses to find out, get a feel for actually what they're going to learn and the level that they're going to learn at when they go to these universities. So This is a bit of a loss leader, really, if you think about it, for these kind of unis.
James, it's what we what we like to term a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, the common materials that you're going to get offered on all these resources we've mentioned, there'll be ebooks, there'll be lectures, video lectures, there'll be audio lectures, video clips, journals, encyclopedias, even, downloadable planners and all this sort of thing. Yeah. So you've no excuse, guys. There's some amazing resources there that you can go and find very easily by going to the those2iamguys.com website in the recommended resources section and following the links. Yeah, we're not affiliated to these, James. Let's just make that clear.
No.
These will be raw links directly to the resource. We're not getting paid for mentioning these guys.
So Mr. Harvard's not going to send me a couple of $100?
No, definitely not. No. This is, this episode, everything is free. Everything is accessible free. And some of the resources we mentioned, yes, they are free and low cost course options. Yeah.
Awesome.
What do you think about some of those resources, James? Seriously?
I'll be honest with you, Tony, especially the university ones was something that I never heard of. Again, the one that obviously I wanted to take a note of, Coursera, I had never heard of. Skillshare, I was aware of. LinkedIn Learning, I think we touched on that the last time we had a conversation, one or two of the episodes ago. But as I say, I was not really aware that they'd done that, but it now makes perfect sense, because not only does the people that are sharing the content, but it gives those people credibility on that platform as an expert, which is ultimately going to help them obviously spread their wings and network much better as well. So that's a win-win for these guys.
There's a few other ones as well, and you saved the best till last, basically, don't you? And one I love is HubSpot, as you know, HubSpot Academy.
Yeah, HubSpot Academy.
I took that free YouTube marketing course recently. Fantastic. Honestly, I've bought courses that were less value than that.
Can't say fair on that then, can you?
No, you can't. No. What do we like, James?
Free. I love free. You know me and free.
Yeah.
Free!
So HubSpot Academy, guys, that's definitely one you want to check out. And I think what a lot of people are not even aware of is that Google is probably one of the best educational platforms out there. And I'm not talking about doing a Google search, James. I'm talking about as a separate platform. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've got 2 or 3 separate arms to their educational platform, basically. Yeah. But are you aware you can get Google certified for free?
Yes, I was aware. I was looking into it, because again, a lot of people, I mean, again, I need to touch on this, Tony. A lot of people that are sitting there and they might not have more money, but you don't need to have a lot of money. See, as long as you've got Wi-Fi and you've got access to a machine, whether it's a mobile phone or whether it's a tablet or a computer, ideally a computer where you've got a bigger screen, But if you've got access to these tools, there's no reason why you can't be successful in life. You can go there and become a Google certified partner. You can go there and actually get certified to be someone that does Google ads, etc. And it doesn't cost you a penny. And I actually bought, and I'm going to tell you this, and I actually bought into a course that was a monthly subscription of $97 a month.
Wow.
I only was in it for a month to find out that actually everything that he was pointing me to was actually to the Google free trainings. And obviously there was additional help there and stuff like that. So I'm not going to take anything away from that. But if I could get it from the horse's mouth for free, then obviously it makes more sense. Guys, always remember, it's easier to save $1 million than actually make $1 million. So don't be so keen to throw your money away at everything, Yeah,
and what you've just said proves my point entirely. I mean, if we take an example of, a lot of our viewers and listeners, some of our viewers and listeners, they may be working with businesses offline. They may be thinking of becoming an offline business consultant. So think about this, guys. What better credibility could you have than to get Google certified for free? You can put that certification on your website, on your business literature, your business cards, whatever, whether that's digital or physical. And when you go to businesses, you can say, I'm Google certified. Do you need any more credibility than that, James? If you're talking about pay-per-click, or you're talking about Google Analytics, or you're talking about Google My Business,
And again, I think Microsoft and Adobe have got certification programs as well, and I believe they're free. If they are not free, then they're very, very low cost.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at offering any of those types of services, I think it's fair to say that your potential customers are going to be super impressed to see that Google certification, aren't they?
Definitely, 100%.
And the fact that you can get that certification and educate yourself for free. Yeah, we love that free word, don't we?
I love free. I love free.
Guys, again, I'll reiterate, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. And they've got, Google, there's more to Google than people even realize. Mm-hmm. I reckon, honestly, I think that most people probably only know 5% of what Google resources are.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Google, James, can you share screen with me and we'll go through a few of these resources, if that's okay?
Right, okay, I will make you the hostess with the mostest. Maybe second, Tony.
And then I can sort of show our viewers, obviously our listeners will need to go and watch the video.
Okay. Okay, Tony.
And they can do that
That's
either
you.
on our YouTube channel or they can do that on our website, those2iamguys.com.
Okay, go for it, Tony. That's you.
Can you see my screen, James?
Not yet. No, I've made you the host. You've got to now share your screen.
All right, okay.
I've got a free training course on this, Tony, on Udemy. You can.
Where am I? There we go. How's that?
It's coming. I think of it. There we go. We're in AppSumo.
We are. So, guys, AppSumo, one, is great for getting, believe it or not, free software. Isn't it, James?
It is, absolutely.
Most people are not aware of that. You can actually get free software. If you go to AppSumo freebies, you have a freebies category, you can get a lot of free software in there. Now, yeah, granted, some of the software you get access to, James, it's a basic level, and you'll need to get paid upgrades if you want full functionality. But at least you can try before you buy, can't you?
Definitely.
But what a lot of people are not aware of, James, is there actually some great free educational stuff in there as well.
Yeah, I've picked up a couple of training courses in here as well in the past.
Yeah, look at this one. How to launch your course on AppSumo.
Excellent.
1 million online business. Learn how Jack built a 7-figure one-person business. Now, if this vendor, who is one person, has built a 1 million online business, do you think that information he's got to share is valuable?
It's certainly worth free, that's for sure, all day long.
Yeah. If you're already a vendor and you want to learn how to really do a fantastic Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer, you can learn how AppSumo does their Black Friday deals, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, this company sells millions of dollars of products, James.
Yeah, I've got to say, it's one of the companies that I really like, guys. You know, it's a place that I buy quite a lot. Now, just down there, see we see that one, Data Driven.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy's an exceptionally knowledgeable guy, and I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah. But I've actually got that as well, James. So,
yeah, I've got that.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, he's a very, very clever guy, very, very successful.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, yeah.
You know, if you want to learn about Google Analytics or anything, getting that freebie will really give you a lot of valuable educational resources.
I believe you might even have a few more down there.
Yeah. And there's loads, James, as you go through here, you know, starting from zero. Learn how to turn your side hustle into a fully booked freelance business. Mm-hmm. The people that are putting these courses together, they're not just throwing this information out there, James. They've actually achieved this themselves.
Yeah, because I've got to say that AppSumo, I've got a very, very strict kind of policy on what actually goes on their platform, because it reflects them. Yeah. So bear that in mind, guys. And they are a very young, modern, funky, really cool business, you know.
Yeah. All the presenters are full of tattoos and
I love her.
And stuff.
She's gorgeous.
Hey, that's cool, you know. I'm not that age, and I've got no tattoos. But
I think she's away now.
I get that they're sort of young and cool and funky.
They're very much hipsters, you know.
this freebie category, guys, in AppSumo, it's full of hidden gems. I mean, if you want to learn about TikTok marketing, TikTok is super hot right now. They've got a free resource here for you. Learn the best way to start advertising and marketing on TikTok. Now, if you're new to TikTok, James, do you think that's a valuable resource?
Of course it is. Yeah. Absolutely. And again, all it's costing you here is time, guys, you know?
Yeah. There's others here. Productivity boosted, 75 no-code business ideas. We could go on and on and on and on. Yeah. You know, we're talking about free resources. They've got a free resource for Yay images here. You know, a graphic resource.
And incidentally, that's a really good platform. You know, I always test these things by typing in Scotland, because Scotland doesn't have an awful lot of images. So if something comes up and it's like 4 pictures and a picture of Nessie, then I know it's not the platform for me. But they've actually got something like 20 odd pages, I believe, of Scotland. You know, so
I mean, just that free leveling Yay images, I can tell you now, guys, it's worth signing up for that. Again, no brainer. The next one, Google Sheets template pack. If you use Google Sheets, don't you think that's a real time saver for you?
Definitely.
And then essential marketing start guide, digital marketing strategy guide. We can go on and on and on here, James. I mean, there's some
loads of value.
Yeah, loads
Get in
of
here,
value.
have a look at it.
Hidden gems in here, guys. Yeah,
and it's continually updated as well, Tony. So don't come in just now. No. Come in next week. Check it out again.
And I would urge our viewers and listeners, guys, sign up to their newsletter, and that way you will not miss out on any freebies.
Yeah.
You know, another good thing, go to their YouTube channel, you know, click on the notification icon. And while you're doing that, do ours as well.
Yeah, please like and subscribe.
Because that way you're not going to miss any freebies, because trust me, they have some absolute gems coming through on this platform. Yeah. Okay. I think it's fair to say I'm a big AppSumo fan, James.
Yeah.
And I personally have got some real absolute golden nuggets off there over the last few years.
Yeah, definitely. Great.
Okay, let's look at the next one. And another platform I love, Hubspot Academy, James.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of that chat. But again, sign up for free courses. Yeah. And guys, the courses, they cover marketing, sales, service. Look at some of these courses: LinkedIn marketing for business, digital marketing, digital advertising, website optimization, taking your business online with HubSpot. Of course, they're going to promote their own platform. They're a paid platform. And, you know, depending on the size of your business, they're not cheap, James.
No.
But one thing you're going to get with HubSpot is quality.
Serious quality. It's top notch. It's first class. Without a doubt.
YouTube marketing course, popular. That's the course I took, James, for free. Yeah. Social media marketing, SEO, inbound marketing, content marketing, email marketing, inbound sales.
Tony, if let's imagine if you were a young, and I know it's hard to imagine you being young, but
I know.
But imagine if you were a young, ambitious 18 to 25-year-old with no career prospects, no money, but you had a laptop and you had a burning ambition to make money online. Are you telling me you couldn't be a success just by coming into HubSpot alone?
James, yeah, I can't say enough good things about this platform. It's as simple as that. I mean, just from the courses I've reeled off there, you know, what's that, maybe 15, 20 courses?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is,
and a lot of these, notice what it says here, James, certification course.
Yeah. HubSpot.
So if you take the course, they give you a certificate.
Yeah. I actually think I'd done a HubSpot training a while, maybe a year or two ago. And actually it was really good, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely urge our viewers and listeners to go and sign up for free courses on HubSpot, like the HubSpot Academy. You can't go wrong, guys. Yeah. And again, by signing up, you're not going to miss any courses because they had new courses all the time. Yeah. Okay, next up, we have got Grow with Google. So we've already spoke about Google briefly, James, haven't we? And there's not much that Google do wrong, is there?
Yeah, I'm saying I've definitely grown with Google because over lockdown, I used to use Google to get Just Eat.
Right. Okay.
And I've grown, I've grown pretty big.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to grow.google.com, you'll see for yourself, guys. You don't have to take our word for it. There's so much value packed into this website. Whether you want to get certified, whether you just want to educate yourself by taking a course, whatever the case may be, this again with these credentials, James. Let's put this into perspective. You could, even if you don't want to start your own business online, you just want to, go and improve your career path. Yeah, that's what these platforms can do.
These are, in my opinion, a lot of the, and again, obviously, just my opinion, but a lot of these courses are worth more than going to getting a university degree, because these are absolutely cutting edge, on the pulse right now. As opposed to university education.
One of the things I love about Grow with Google, apart from how much content it's packed with and the quality of it, it guides you through the professional certificates. As it says here, path to jobs. So it gives you a guide, a really good path to follow, depending on what your objective is. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, grow.google.com, guys. Again, another no-brainer. Go and check it out. Yeah. Next one is learndigital.withgoogle.com. I'm going to say this, James. 156 courses
for free.
Digital marketing, career development, data. We can go on and on and on. You need to go and check this out, guys. We've not got enough time in this episode to show you how much content is in this platform. Trust what I'm saying to you. You can tell you a few little things. Yeah. The fundamentals of digital marketing, getting your business online, making sure customers can find you online. So we're talking about SEO and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Promoting your business with online advertising, expanding your business into other countries, which is particularly relevant if you start an e-commerce business, James. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
Connecting with businesses businesses and customers on mobile. They've got webinars galore for everybody. We could go on and on and on and on, guys, couldn't we? Yeah.
That's hugely impressive, Tony. I've got to say.
Look at the course providers here, James.
Google,
Coursera, Darden School of Business, University of Virginia.
Yeah.
FutureLearn, Google Cloud, Grasshopper.
Hey, Grasshopper.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
Monash University. We're not talking about small organizations here, James. We're talking about big, world-class organizations. Yeah. Open University, Skillshop.
Yeah.
University of Auckland.
Helsinki, you name it.
Yeah, they're all there. All the big players are involved in what's called Google Digital Garage. Yeah.
Wasn't aware of Google Digital Garage, so that's something new for me. It's
a very valuable resource. Most people are not even aware of, James, because as we just said, as we said earlier in the episode, a lot of people are probably only aware of maybe 1 or 2% of actually what Google can provide.
Well, I wasn't aware of Google Digital Garage, so that's a brand new one for me, and I would say I'm quite clued up. I spend a lot of time online, as you know. Yeah,
they also do a lot of live training as well, James. It's not just about the 156 courses that are currently in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's about they offer a lot of live training as well, and they've got a lot of webinars with the replays of the webinars on different topics and subjects.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely go and check it out, guys. Honestly, Google Digital Garage, learndigital.withgoogle.com. And I'll just mention again. Re-mention, is that a word? I'll just mention again that I will be putting all these resources, all the links to these resources, in our recommended resources area of our website, those2iamguys.com.
Perfect. Guys, if you've not signed up to our website yet, go subscribe to our little newsletter. We don't mail out nonsense, and we don't mail out that often, so you won't be bombarded with nonsense from us. But when we've got something to share with you, it's a great place to go. So those2iamguys.com and sign up to our little newsletter.
Yep. Can't urge our viewers and listeners to do that enough, guys. So please adhere to what James just said and go and sign up. Yeah. Next one, Skillshop. Read the headline here, James. Master the Google tools you use at work with free online courses.
I love it. I love it.
That says it all, really, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Skillshop's all about, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's skillshop.withgoogle.com. And you can basically, how many people out there are getting frustrated because they don't know how to optimize Google My Business properly? They don't know how to use Google Analytics. They don't know how to use Google AdWords, etc., or they're resorting to buying paid courses, which can cost a considerable amount of money from so-called gurus, when they can get that same information for free, James.
From the horse's mouth as well. You know what I mean? You get it from other people who know. I think, honestly, I mean, see, even just mentioning that Google My Business, so many people don't know how to do that to get into the top 3. Yeah. And obviously, you've been able to go out there and say to a business, listen, if I optimize your Google My Business account properly, you will be getting business for free from Google. Yeah. Is that a value to you? Would you pay me $500 to do that?
Yeah, and if you go through the free certification that we talked about earlier,
certified, how
much credibility does that give you when you're talking to that potential customer?
Massive.
But more importantly, with Skillshop, James, you're going to learn how to use Google products. This is relevant to the full potential.
Yeah, because so many people.
I guarantee you, most people probably use most Google products at 50% if they're lucky.
Yeah,
you won't even be aware of other hidden features that all these tools have in there.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, I mean, it's like, as we spoke about a couple of episodes ago, Photoshop. I use the tip of the iceberg, and I've been using it for 20 years. You know, yeah. PowerPoint, I didn't even know you could make it dance the way you do. You know, and this is the thing, it's learning how to use these tools well.
And I think PowerPoint's a great example about a very, very powerful, undervalued tool, to be fair, that people think it's doing slideshows and slideshow presentations. And trust me, guys, as James is now aware, it's way more powerful than that. Yeah.
I mean, when you hear about that saying death by PowerPoint, if you see some of the stuff that PowerPoint does, it's like watching a feature movie, an action movie at that, you know, if you do it right. And that's the thing, doing it right.
So just to sum up, James, what Skillshop with Google is all about, it's basically enables you to find free online product training and certifications that are right for you. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about in subjects, as you can see here, James, Google AdWords, Google Marketing Platform, Analytics Academy, Google My Business, Google Ads Manager, Google AdMob, which is the mobile ads.
Yeah.
Now, if you're thinking of running mobile ads, James, for yourself or clients, I think it's pretty, it's a prerequisite that you need to educate yourself on that topic, yeah?
Well, definitely.
And with Skillshop and Google AdMob, guess what? You can do that for
free.
Absolutely. And we've got authorized buyers and Wave as well, guys. And they're constantly adding to this because, as you know, Google come out with new products all the time.
Scroll back down there. Waze,
yeah.
Waze is obviously the online sat nav.
Yeah.
So discover how you can turn the location into destinations with power of Waze ads.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because do you not think businesses would like to, for example, a business that actually is on a main motorway route, do you not think they would like to advertise on a platform that's going to say, hey, do you want to stop here for a coffee?
Yeah. That's awesome. And in fact, you're typical of the majority of people that wouldn't even be aware, James, that free training was available on Google.
No, that's why I say wind it back a bit, definitely.
So, yeah, guys, skillshop.withgoogle.com. Go and check it out. James, we can't really say enough good stuff about these Google resources, can we?
Guys, Google's Google. Ain't going anywhere. It's the top of the tree. It's the biggest search engine platform on the planet. Technically, it's YouTube now, but guess what? Google own YouTube as well, so it all works with the same tools. So it doesn't really matter, but video is becoming bigger, but you are getting access to all these tools. Amazing. Incredible.
Now, last platform I want to talk about, James, is Udemy.
You to me, to me, to you to me.
And again, we've said quite a lot about this platform throughout the episode. I haven't got enough good things to say about it, James. If you want a low-cost training course resource, that if you do your research on the Udemy platform and you did due diligence, and look, as James said earlier, look at the ratings, look at the testimonials, check out the snippets of the courses to make sure it's the right one for you.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, Tony.
Value for money, James. Look at this. Courses start at, well, obviously we're in the UK, so it's coming up in pounds, but £15.99, which is probably about $10.99. Yeah.
No, it'd be the opposite. It'd be nearer $19, I would think.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So US probably about $19, $20. If it's Canadian dollars, it's like $5 million or something.
But I think if you can get really good quality training for under $20,
it's amazing. Yeah, and believe me, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not all business related. If you wanted to learn any new skills, there's a lot of stuff on here, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the categories, James. You've got development, business, finance, and accounting, and obviously you've got subcategories to these as well. IT and software, office productivity, personal development, design, marketing, lifestyle, photography and video, health and fitness, music, teaching and academics.
Incredible, yeah.
And again, you've got subcategories to all those main categories. Mm-hmm. No matter what you're trying to, let me emphasize this, no matter what topic or subject you're trying to educate yourself in, Udemy will have a course.
Definitely.
To fit that, yeah. Again, I've not got enough good things to say about this platform, James.
Yeah, it's certainly very cost effective, and again, sometimes I know there are deals on just now at $15.99, but again, sometimes they're even half priced as well. It's like buy one at $15.99.
Like I say, they have a lot of coupons. They have a lot of coupons floating about from time to time.
Yeah,
we'll share those with our viewers and listeners when we get them available. Sometimes they're for a percentage off. Sometimes they're for 100% off, James.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I shared 3 or 4 coupons last year with my audience. Mm-hmm. That were for 4 great courses in particular subjects for 100% off coupons. Yeah,
because remember, a lot of people that are brand new and they want to get their course out there, they want feedback, they want reviews. So without reviews, their business, they're not. Look at this one here, Web Developer Bootcamp 2022, 225,079 reviews. That's... Yeah. You don't need to make, let's be honest, if you're selling those at $15.99, and let's say for talking sake, Udemy are taking half, which I don't even think they do.
No, they don't.
You're going to be doing all right for yourself there at those $15.99 courses.
Yeah, and again, the top categories pretty much cover the majority of what people are going to be looking for, James, like design, development, marketing, IT, software, etc., as you can see here, business, photography, music. And you've got all the subcategories to those main categories, of course, as we said. But yeah, not got enough good things to say about Udemy. Fantastic platform for low cost quality training if you do your research and your due diligence, of course, and make sure you pick the right course and the right tutor for you. You can't go wrong, James, can you?
No, definitely not. I've bought quite a few courses here, in particular one older kind of business guy, and he literally makes a fortune doing it because he just he's got so much in his head. He's creating new courses all the time, and he makes an exceptional income by doing that.
Yeah, the last course I bought off there was for NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, guys, in case you're not aware, but they're very hot right now, and it's another type of, the best way I can explain it is it's another type of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew nothing about NFTs, James. I paid under $20 for the course.
And you love the course. I can remember you telling me.
Love the course, yeah. I mentioned it previously. Love the course. Great tutor. Really great content. Consumed it all. And now I know 1,000% more than the next person that knows nothing about NFTs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which, just emphasizes that you can get quality courses on Udemy. Yeah,
definitely.
Don't underestimate it, guys, because end up costing yourself a lot of money going buying other more expensive courses when you're pretty much getting the exact same content. Yeah.
Excellent.
James, I'm going to stop sharing with you now.
Okay. Right, and I will reclaim the hosting.
How do I do that? Oh, pause share. There we go. Is that
right?
Is that back to you now?
There we go. That's it. We're back to me again.
There you go. I now know how to see. I've learned something today. I now know how to start and stop sharing my screen on Zoom.
There we go. That's a Udemy course. I'm guaranteeing that. Well, guys, I've got to say, I think Tony shared an absolute wealth of knowledge with you today. I think there's been lots of value in this. And again, even a few snippets that I put in just for inspiration, obviously kind of talking about Google My Business and generating an income by doing that. I think it's been an exceptional training today. And you've now got resources that will allow you to move forward, growing your business that you're doing already, or completely taking a turnaround and actually finding a brand new Google certified training business that you can set up within a month or so. With a bit of hard work, you know, it's there. The opportunities are all there.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, James.
Yeah, I was going to say, incidentally, you've possibly noticed that our background today is obviously scroll blockers, and I just wanted to put that out there that we are actually launching scroll blockers live on the 24th. What time, Tony?
11 a.m. EST, James.
11 a.m. Eastern time, which is 4 p.m. in the UK, I believe, where I am and where Tony is. I think you're still in the same time zone as me down in Devon, aren't you, Tony?
I am, yes.
You're obviously a few years behind, but you're...
Yeah, what we'll do, James, we'll put the launch information on our website, those2imguys.com. So if any of our viewers and listeners are interested in checking it out, they'll be able to do that and get in at the lowest price. Yeah.
Awesome.
But
well,
Tony, James, I think what I'd like to say is we've proven today with this episode that there are, you know, no matter what you want to educate yourself about, what subject or topic, there are free or very low cost resources available out there for you to educate yourself, guys. You don't have to be spending hundreds and thousands of dollars with people that genuinely may profess themselves as gurus, but they're really not. Yeah.
Well, as I say, it really depends on who the guru is. You know, I mean, there is some out there smashing it out of the park, but as you say, Tony, there's people out there that are kind of able to educate you for free, and there doesn't come a higher accolade than trainings coming from Google or LinkedIn or HubSpot. You know, so in my opinion, some of these are quite incredible. You know,
there are some genuine people that can call themselves gurus out there, James.
Yeah. You know, but not everybody can.
Know a particular subject or topic inside out, and they've proven their knowledge by doing it themselves, and they can prove that. But I think it's also fair to say that they're few and far between.
Yeah, there's not as many as you would like to think. I mean, again, you see a lot of people high on Ferraris and taking pictures in big houses.
Taking false income screenshots and all that.
Just be careful, guys. Be careful.
All that sort of nasty stuff. And guys, you know, don't be naive. Don't think this doesn't happen, because
it's more than you realise.
It's way more than you think it does. Yeah.
And the thing is, right now, guys, there is no excuse. See, if you're sitting there having a pity party to yourself, oh, poor me, I don't have any money, I don't have any skills, I don't have anything. Now you don't have any excuses. You've got all the tools, you've got all the resources at the fingertips. You've got the links there. All you've got to do is hit our resources section in those2imguys.com, and you can go and you can find those courses and start changing your life for the better.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us once again, Tony. I learned quite a bit today as well. There was a good few of those resources I'd never heard of, like Coursera, etc. So Google Digital Garage as well. So delighted on both of those. Not to mention, obviously, I'm going to take a deeper dive when I get time after our launch. I'll definitely be digging in and looking much further into those courses as well, should I say?
Well, I hope it's been helpful for our viewers and listeners. And guys, you know, keep on learning. Yeah, get out there and educate yourself.
Thanks very much, guys. See you all later. Bye.
Bye for now, guys.
Thanks for joining those two IM guys today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to tune in next time for more interesting subjects, hints and tips on running your internet marketing business.